Well, welcome to day 9 of the government shutdown. For some of you, I have put up my podcast. It's on my featured video on my channel page. It has all the videos linked inside of it with the channel avatars that belong to the videos. I stand by those because that was the last real thing that I believed in here on YouTube when it comes to being concerned about vlogging and keeping it real and saying what you really think and not what somebody else wants you to say. On the other hand, with day 9 of the government shutdown, I'm a bit depressed. President Barack Obama has said more times than I can count, he is not going to budge. He refuses to negotiate on any level with the budget unless everything is passed through. Where John Boehner and the Republicans have stated that they will only pass what is appropriate and they will talk about the rest later. So in my previous broadcast on the government shutdown, I got a bit peeved, upset, and, like the rest of the American people, a bit delusioned by what's been going on. That, that's to be expected, right? After all, I am, and you are, watching the U.S. government telling us what they think and what's going on. So we really don't have any other recourse but to give our opinions about what they've said. But during day 9 of the government shutdown, I think it's pretty clear, Barack Obama has decided not to budge. He's standing tall. He's stating that he will not compromise. He will not do anything other than what he wants. While we here on YouTube and the vlogging community have done the same thing, we see that it usually doesn't pay off that well. And where John Boehner, speaking for the Republican Party, has stated, we will put all those people back to work for you. We will make that happen. But we're not passing every single part of this legislation that you, Mr. President, wants. Those are the two sides I get. Unless I miss something after 9 days of this horrific shouting match. The only conclusion I can come up with is this. President Barack Obama wants all or nothing. John Boehner says, we'll put everybody back to work, but we're not going to pass the government health care plan that you have. In other words, it may be in law, but we're not going to fund it. President Barack Obama is scared. Because he knows, even though Nancy Pelosi says, hey, it's law. It's going to happen. The President Barack Obama says it's law. It's going to happen. You can't change it. Ain't that a bitch? I believe the only reason that President Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi are saying what they're saying is because they know that if they don't get John Boehner to shut up and supersede to all their demands and all their wishes, people are going to understand what this is really about. Yeah, free health care may be a law, but there's not going to be a way to fund it. To all that this may concern, President Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi are scared as hell, and they should be. Because for the first time that I can remember, John Boehner is standing his ground, and he's fighting hard, and it's funny for me to watch. Because finally, for the first time in the last almost 6 years, President Barack Obama is scared, and he knows that he may have passed a law. He also knows that law may not be funded, therefore rendering it worthless. We'll see. My hat's off to John Boehner. I say let the country go bankrupt. You can't fix what ain't broke. And apparently Barack Obama wants his country broke. So let him break it. Let's fix it. Let's go back to the Reagan days and fix this country. So what Reagan did. Sidestepping that, this community has done some wonderful things in the last 8 days since I've been started this vlog on the government shutdown. People just like you, people just like me, trying to make a point, trying to state their piece, trying to make it everyday thing to get people to understand what they're saying, are starting to see the truth for themselves. It's not about what you say bad about somebody else. It's about what you have created. It's about what people see that you have created. Are you babbling? Are you going on and on about something that people are already tired of and wouldn't vote on if they had a choice? Or are you simply trying to sell something that nobody wants to buy? Our vlogging community, this corner of YouTube, has a lot in common with the current administration. If you haven't noticed that by now, perhaps you'll never figure it out. Tour